The Wake Up with Tosh and Chad. Good morning.
Well. We have something very special for you today. Joining us, actually, our first guest on the Wake Up with Tosh and Chad, which is crazy. We appreciate this brother taking the time out of his schedule and out of his fast,
real fast,
out of his real fast to join us. He goes by the name of Fast Life J, and I came across the brother by the amazing Instagram algorithm that I guess knows what I need more than I do, and I saw his story and I started digging into the rabbit hole, and I was like, wow. Yeah, I was pretty amazed by what I was witnessing, and it took me back to things that I have gone through in my life trying to get healthy and share the information. And I saw him doing it, and it just made me say, yo, I need to talk to him. So here he is, no other, the brother, Fast Life J, 247.
Welcome.
What's up, brother?
Wake up.
Good, man. Good.
We appreciate you, man. We appreciate you taking time out to sit with her. I mean, us.
Who's her?
I mean, you.
Say my name.
Tasha.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
You got him trained well, huh?
Listen, old school way. Old school.
Man. Yeah. Some things don't change. Go ahead.
He's sitting there drinking water already. Wow.
Yeah. You gotta stay hydrated.
When you said you're thanking him for taking his time out of his day, I'm like, well, all he does is drink. Well, I can't imagine you doing anything else other than being near a toilet and having like cases of water around you. Like first of all, welcome to the show, but I'm just saying, like, what other thing could you be doing better than being here with us?
I work 12 hours a day, which is the crazy part.
I was gonna say, I've seen you say and do things that I tend to have stayed away from when I was on my journey, and I was doing any stressful or strenuous types of work. But I've seen you running, and I've seen you, like you said, you're working, you're still doing your thing. And I did, 10 days the first time. Your total goal is 180 days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And today, as you join us, which will be tomorrow for the viewers, today you are how many days in on this fast?
Today will be 87 days.
87 days of water only.
Yeah. And my vitamins and minerals. But
vitamins and minerals. Okay. Very important. And we're going to get to that because that's also something that you're doing that I did not do on any of my earlier fasts that I will be incorporating this time. So, I mean, what do you feel like now? Like, how are you today feeling mentally and physically right now?
So today I feel a lot of, I guess you can say I feel a lot of mental clarity. I used to have really bad ADHD. I could never like focus on one thing or do one thing or
I'm so sorry.
I have a lot of mental clarity. I had ADHD really bad. I couldn't focus on things or really like do any one thing and complete it. So I've been able to read books from beginning to end. I've been able to focus on getting one task done and fully complete it, and then do the next task and do something throughout my entire day and finish it. That was like something I was really, really bad at. So
wow.
Yeah, I've been able to do that.
Were you medicated for your ADHD ever?
No, I never took anything for it. It was just something I suffered with for a long time, and I ignored it. Even though it was bad, I still ignored it.
Were you self-diagnosed or the doctor?
So the
diagnosed
the doctor diagnosed me, and he tried to get me to take like Ritalin and different things like that.
Mm.
I just my mom refused it in the beginning, and so did I later on.
Okay.
So yeah, it's something I was it was pretty bad. I couldn't. My house was a mess. I would
Right.
turn around, do one thing, and do another thing, and I would never complete anything. But like, I'll fold a whole basket of laundry. I'll do dishes, I'll cook, and I'll still,
Right.
yeah.
When did you begin to notice, like how far in did you start to say, wow, I'm starting to see some differences in that regard?
So I guess it happened in waves. The first experience I was having was my first 15 days. I started to notice a difference. Then around day 29, I noticed a big difference where I was able to do like read a whole book. So I was able to read a whole book at about day 29, and then around day 56, I noticed I was able to do multiple tasks and finish them.
Wow.
So yeah.
Okay, so let's go back a little bit. Let's go back a little bit. Let's go back to what got you here. What happened in your life that said, I want to do 180 days of water fasting?
So in about 2019, I got really sick. I told you, you guys, you see my story. And I had some really bad pain in my side. It happened to be my appendix. The doctor didn't believe me when I came into the hospital. And he's like, well, it might be something else. And I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure it's my appendix. The pain was really severe. So after some hours of waiting, they tried to give me morphine. It wasn't working. And then after that time, I would say it was probably about 9 in the morning. And I was like, dude, I can't take this pain. And then they got back to me, they ran some more tests, and they were like, yeah, we need to do like some emergency surgery on you. It's your appendix, it's about to burst. Like, we need to do it now. Mind you, I've never had a surgery in my life. So it was pretty scary. I couldn't call anybody to come. Everyone's at work. So I ended up, going into surgery.
So you're in the emergency room thinking like this is
Yeah.
really bad stomach ache. You knew it was beyond that, but
Yeah,
not
yeah.
expecting surgery. So no one knew you were there.
I didn't think I was going to get like a surgery at all. No. Yeah. I told my mom before I went, she was like, do you need to go to hospital? And I was like, yeah, I'll take myself. She wanted to take me, but me being me, I took myself, and yeah, it was my appendix. So it did burst doing surgery. And so I went septic. I woke up like a day and a half later.
What does that mean when you go septic?
So basically the fluids that was inside where my appendix is went into my internals.
Oh, toxins and things of that.
Yeah,
nature.
the toxins and things like that. And that it can kill you. Basically, a lot of people die from it.
Yeah, especially if they're not in the hospital on the table.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
so when sepsis happens, you have to they have to put like an incision and drain you. So I have some incisions on my body where they had to drain me to make sure that I didn't stay sick. But I was in the hospital for about almost 6 months.
Oh wow. And
Yeah.
and this is 2019.
Yeah, this is 2019. So it was towards the tail end of 2019 going into 2020. So I was working a pest control job at that time. So it was a lot of physical work. They fired me after about a month and a half of being out. So
While you were in the hospital, they fired you.
Yep.
They were like, he's not coming back.
I'm not gonna say any names, but yeah, they fired me.
It sounds like a lawsuit.
A lot of people told me that later on.
It's not too late.
Yeah.
They fired me. I lost my job. So no money was coming in. I lost my apartment that I had because I wasn't able to pay the bills. I lost my car. And then I was dating a girl, and she said she didn't want to be with somebody sick, so she left me too. So it was pretty rough year going into 2020.
So you got rid of all the things you didn't need in your life. You actually did not know you did not need them.
Yeah, exactly.
They all exposed themselves.
Wait,
Yep.
so where's the girl now? Is she trying to come back? Baby,
Later on, she did try to come back. Yeah, later on, she tried to come back. Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
now
I turned
she's
it down.
seeing you. Now she on that Instagram. She we already know what's happening. She's like, "Do you see him?"
So now let me ask you, when all of this took place, were you overweight? What was your health like? What was that situation?
So at that time I was actually very, very thin because I wasn't able to eat. So they had to put feeding tubes for me to eat because every time I ate, it was like a nauseous feeling. I would like throw up almost every time I ate. So they were like, "Yeah, we need to make you gain weight." So I had gotten down like to a pretty low weight. I'm not really sure what that weight was, but I had gotten down to a pretty low weight to where they were like, "Hey, we're gonna give you some steroids to make you gain weight." So they gave me steroids to make me gain weight. And I hit a pretty bad depression wall at that time. So I started to like eat. After I got out of the hospital, I started to like eat really bad.
Right.
So I started to eat some pretty bad foods and started to get quite a bit bigger.
Pre-surgery, what was your health and what was your weight like?
Believe it or not, I was in really good shape beforehand. I used to
Really?
work out. Yeah, I used to work out a lot. So I was studying to be a trainer. I wanted to be a sports medicine like trainer. I wanted to be a trainer. I wanted to do sports medicine and stuff like that. So I was working out a lot. I was in really good shape actually.
So the weight gain all came from post-op and the steroids, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
so the steroids blew you up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the
it,
depression, and so a combination of the steroids, depression,
not having your place, not having a job.
Yeah. I had to
Okay.
move back in with my mom. It was like I was in a really good place when I had the previous job before everything happened. And then once it did happen, it put me like 1,000 steps backwards.
Sure. Doesn't take much, man.
Yeah.
And so what was so this happens, you move back home, you're depressed, you're gaining all this weight, you're on medication. What was your breaking point to bring you to this place of January 3rd of 2026?
So I made a decision around December 2020, like 2025. So in December 2025, I had actually started doing a podcast with a friend before. And I seen myself on the cameras and I was like, I was like, I look nothing like myself. Like
The camera adds weight.
yeah. So I was like, man, I look nothing like myself. Like I used to be a different person. I started having kids and I'm like, I can't play with them.
Okay,
I
Nick
can't.
Cannon, hold on. Like, we're not just gonna say I started having kids. Like that sounds nuts. So
No, yeah, seriously. I mean, I did.
what number kid are we on at this point?
So my 8-year-old is my bonus baby, but I treat her as my own.
Oh, that's listen, that's your baby. Okay,
Yeah,
so you have an 8-year-old.
Yeah, I have my 2-year-old and then I have my 6-month-old. So when I really started hanging out with my kids and going out, I couldn't do it. Like I was having problems tying my shoes. I was, out of breath. When they're running at the park, I can't put my kid down the slide because I'm too big to get on certain things. We went to Disney World with my family and I couldn't get on the rides. And
so you were big.
I was 420 pounds at that time.
Oh, that's a big back.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
I was pretty big. I had gotten to 420 when I weighed myself. I'm pretty sure I was a little big before that.
Right.
But
did you smoke one on when you saw the weight? Did you say, "Let me roll up this joint"?
Oh no,
no.
No.
I just trying to.
No, I was pretty big guy. Yeah, I see what you did there. But I was a pretty big guy at that time. So I wasn't able to do much. I was really, and I was snoring really bad, sleep apnea. I didn't sleep good at night. And so I was like, December, I'm gonna detox. Like so around maybe around the 10th of December, I started detoxing. I removed grease, I removed sugar. I wasn't eating any like carbohydrate, like carb heavy foods because I found out my body's carb sensitive. So I had to cut out fruit because eating fruit is makes me feel like I've eaten processed sugar. So I can't eat fruit. So I was like, okay, I cut out fruit and like any heavily processed foods. And so I ate the same meal, sweet potatoes, ground turkey, 95%, I believe. And I ate that until I started my fast and I dropped to 388.
So you started at 420,
Mhm.
cut out sugars,
Carbs.
carbs, started eating ground turkey and sweet potato, so that became your meal prep on
Yeah.
a consistent basis, and you
Every
dropped
day.
from 420 to 328.
No, 388.
388.
Oh, excuse me. Okay, so from 420 to 388 with this process, and then January comes around, or on your way to January, what then made you say, I'm just gonna stop eating? Period.
So it's kind of funny. I was in the shower and I was like, man, I'd like to make like I've never told anyone this. So I'm like, man, I need to drop 180 pounds. Like I was thinking that in my head, and I was like, maybe I just need to do 180 days. And it's just so like a random thought, and
That was it.
and that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
and then I was just like, yeah.
So what sort of research did you do to take this sort of leap? Because this is big, right? This is not anything that most people would ever consider, and definitely most people are not gonna support it. So what gave you the confidence, the knowledge to do it?
So I started reading books. I did a lot of research. I was looking at a guy. He had did a fast for like 120 or something some days. He was like the fasting fat man. I had watched him and a couple other people. I read a book, The Miracle of Fasting by Paul Bragg, and The Art of Fasting by Herbert Shelton. It's one of my favorites. And I started to try to see what the difference between starving and fasting was. Also started to read up on what about adipose, the fat tissues. Trying to see what my body would need to function, reading up on ketones, stored fat, like how my body will properly use the energy, exactly what type of water. A lot of people would say alkaline, but alkaline diet is not required for you to fast. You don't need an alkaline diet. And
Agree.
I realized that the different places, if I plan on traveling, because I did travel while fasting, if I planned on traveling, would they have the water that I need? And not every place has the same water. So
What water is this?
I just drink either spring water or just I'm not really super choosy, but I try not to drink purified, but I do
Only
drink it from time
asking
to time.
because you're saying places didn't have the water you needed, so you mainly look for spring water.
Yeah, I mainly look for spring water or like I like Deer Park. Not
Oh, you
everybody
mean a
does.
specific brand?
But a specific brand,
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
And,
Okay.
and also like I went down to Florida and they have their own brand mostly. I think it's called Zephyr or something. It's so they don't
Okay.
have Deer Park down there.
Right.
So I just was making sure everything made sense for my body. I didn't want to switch around too much because I notice if I drink too much purified water, I don't feel as good as if I drink spring water.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm.
So and I think it's because of what it goes through, the process that it goes through. So
100%. Absolutely.
you start to learn your body a lot more. So I wasn't trying to do alkaline. I was like, I'll just do spring water and transition my body properly so that when it does come down to eating, whenever I'm not going to be drinking soda, of course, but if I do choose to drink something different, I don't want my body to react in a way that's going to make me super sick.
Right.
So that's kind of how I'm.
As he drinks water right now. Do you put anything? Oh, sorry, Chad. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Do you put anything in your water? Like, is there anything in it? Like,
No.
Is it just a straight?
No, I just drink straight water. I've done like a squeeze of lemon before, in it to help with so it prevents me from getting kidney stones because I do take the vitamins and minerals. It helps to prevent any kidney stones. So I do a squeeze of lemon in my water from time to time. I try not to because it's not enough, calories or anything to break my fast, but
Right.
I do feel like I am focused more on keeping my body from either breaking down or having issues because nobody wants kidney stones. So
Correct.
I'm trying to make sure that my body is actually functioning the way that it should. So I try to minimize any things that could cause me harm or damage. So
What are your go-to nutrients for the most part?
do you want me to say brands or
No, you don't have to say. I
Okay,
mean, whether it's
okay.
potassium and
Okay.
magnesium.
Well, for this one, I have to say the brand. So it's Dr. Berg's nutritional yeast because a lot of people don't realize it to be complex. So it's non-synthetic. It's no sweeteners, anything in it that will break your fast. But it's a B complex that I really like. I really need.
Nutritional yeast.
Yeah.
And how
But
do
it's not the flakes. It's not the flakes. It's the tablets. It's the Dr. Berg specifically.
And
Not to get it mixed up. With the
swallow it,
other.
or you
Yeah.
put it in your
Yeah.
water.
Yeah, so I take it with seltzer. So I do drink seltzer water. It helps if I get hungry, which it happens from time to time. It happens in waves. I will drink seltzer because it does give me a more full feeling if I'm needed.
Yeah. Are you concerned at all with? And I guess I would assume, yeah, the carbonation aspect of it does make you feel full. But I guess there's nothing to be concerned with when it comes to it neutralizing your stomach's natural acids. Because you're not really eating anything.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So it doesn't disrupt the environment in
Yeah.
your stomach lining.
Yeah. 'Cause that's one of the things, Tosh. I'm not sure if you know that. Like, they tend to tell you not to drink seltzer water with your meals specifically because it neutralizes the acid that you need to help break down your food. So you should.
I never knew that.
Yeah, it's something that you should do either prior to or
Or afterwards. And usually the reason why they tell you that too is because a lot of our foods are carb heavy.
Yep.
So we need that extra acid to break it down. And a lot of the sugar as well, because our bodies we're supposed to get, I'm not sure the amount, but we're supposed to get it's not a large amount of sugar that we're actually supposed to have daily.
I think it's like little less than 15 grams, I think.
I think it's like 15 or 20 grams, something like that.
Yeah.
And
That's
lot
probably
of
why would you say 15 to 20 grams of sugar?
Yeah.
That's-
Maximum.
I mean, a soda, a small can of soda has 49 plus added grams of sugar. I mean, by itself. So when I do drink the seltzer, it's like the best thing ever. I'm not gonna lie. And
that's like the closest thing to
it also helps me take the pills because after a while you get like vitamin fatigue. Like you take them so often because I take them every day, multiple times a day. So I take my multivitamin, which is a vegan non-synthetic tablet. So it's like a veggie capsule because I don't use the pork capsules because obviously it'll break your fast. So I take the veggie capsules and they don't have any sweeteners in it, so they taste awful. They're very nasty. And after taking them for over 80 days, it's you get the fatigue to where your throat doesn't even want to swallow it. Like you're like, this is pause, but you don't even you don't even want to take it at all. It's like your body is like rejecting, like, oh, don't even don't try to. Yeah.
And there's no liquid version that you could take that would stay in alignment with what you're doing.
So the multivitamin aspect is, I haven't experienced any liquid vitamins like that with no sugar. I don't think I've experienced one. And if they are, they're so nasty, I can't take it. So the capsule, at least like I can kind of down it with the seltzer because the seltzer actually really helps me take it if I'm having that fatigue.
Yeah.
And also the tablets for the Dr. Berg's, they're pretty big too, pretty big tablets. So sometimes I don't want to take those either, but I try to take them in the morning and I only take 3 at a time. So I'll take the Himalayan or Celtic salt I kind of switch between the two because I get salt fatigue too, which is a little strange. But if I take too much Himalayan, I get fatigue from that. But if I take too
Right.
much Celtic, same thing. So I kind of swap between the two.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
Now,
I take it.
you're supposed to eat when you consume your vitamins. How do you prevent yourself from getting nauseous with these supplements with no food?
So I take salt first.
So the salt cuts the nausea prevention?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
it's the craziest thing. I had to figure it. I didn't figure that out until like day 29 because I was like, oh, I'm feeling sick, and I was taking them all at once. That's not very smart. So what I had to do was I take my multivitamin, and I take the Dr. Berg's. I take the salt first. So I take 1/4 tablespoon of salt. I take the salt first. I don't put it in water. I just take
I
it
was
straight
going to
to the
ask
tongue.
you. Okay.
Yep. I take it straight to the tongue, and then I chase it with water. And then I follow up with the vitamins right after, like almost like clockwork. I just take them right after. And then I wait about an hour. I take the magnesium, potassium, and D3K2. I take those all in one swoop. Magnesium obviously for my body's health in general, and potassium. And then I take the D3K2 for my bones, teeth. So my teeth aren't breaking down. They aren't feeling like loose and everything like that, like some people say.
Yeah.
My teeth have actually been great. And trying to keep that enamel strong. So I do take it. And the MCT oil in it does help as well, and it doesn't break your fast. So, and it also helps with the hunger from time to time. Not all the time, but when you get far enough, though, it doesn't even affect you really to where you're still hungry. You'll still get hungry anyway.
So, was there a moment in the last 80, how many days did you say? 87?
87. Mhm.
In the last 87 days that you almost quit?
I almost quit. I can literally name. My mind is so clear. I can literally name all the days I'm almost quit. I've almost quit on day 13, day 23, day 37, day 56, day 58, day 63, day 69, day 71, day 73, 74, 75, 76, 82, 81, 85, and yeah, that's about it.
I want to highlight some dates. So let's talk about the first date. You said day 13. That is your first date from when you started that you felt like, forget this. Talk about that.
That was the first day that I just wanted to give up in general. I was like, you know what? Forget this. I've gone far enough. And it was to a point where I was like sitting in front of a plate of food. Literally. Like I was sitting in front of a plate of food.
Who did that to you? Why?
Day 13 specifically, I remember like really, really vividly is because it was the day that I actually lost a friend.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
So it was food is an emotional crutch for a lot of people, for myself included. So it was one of those things that it hit me in my heart, like down. So I was like at the table, I'm sitting, the food's there, and I'm like, okay, I should give up. And then another thought comes like, this is a reason why you should keep going. Like,
who put the food in front of you?
I did. I cooked. I literally cooked because I still cook for my family, like from time to time, because I mean, my girl is a good cook, but I'm a bit of a better cook. But don't tell her. But
she's watching this live.
Yeah, but she told me she came to me, she said, I'm not gonna force you to keep going. I love you the way you are. She never pushed me into it or forced me to do it or made me feel like I was ugly or fat or anything like that. She was like, it's your choice. Like you can make the choice to do it or not do it. Like I'm still gonna feel the same way about you. So, for me, I was just like, you know what? And then I threw the food away and I just kept going.
You threw it away. I'm more disappointed that you threw it away at this point.
If I didn't throw it away, I would have been. I would have with anybody else.
I mean, as supportive of this journey she is of you, do you notice at times she's annoyed by it? Like she just wants you to be able to act normal? or is she like really? Come on, babe, you got another day, babe. Come on, you got like how like what is it? What are you really feeling?
What I've noticed is because she's the best partner I've ever had in my life. I want to say that first.
Oh, that's
Um,
nice.
That is nice.
and she has never made me feel that way because I act so normal around food now. I mean, starting at around, I'll say starting around day 36, it just became a normal thing. I probably did annoy her around the time before, but after that, everything was just kind of normal. Um, I didn't make her feel weird. I went out to eat with them.
You
I
didn't
sat
shame
down.
them. You
No,
didn't
yeah,
shame
I
them.
sat down. I helped my daughter make a plate, help, and stuff like that. Like
You
it,
didn't sit there and say, "Look at you, fat ass, gluttonous, nasty
exactly.
humans."
Yeah, and I try not to do that, right? I try not to judge people just because I'm doing something different, right? DSD, do something different. So I'm I try not to put what I'm doing off on someone else. That's not the purpose that God wants me to have, right? I'm not going to say, hey, because I'm doing this, I'm better than you. I don't think I'm better than anyone. I just feel like I've pushed myself to a place of discipline that a lot of people don't.
No, out, Jay. You definitely better than me. I just smacked myself in the lip with my microphone, so I'm trying to just act normal and recover. You definitely are better than most because I don't know. I don't know anyone in my real life that would be able to sustain 87 days, much less, would you say 30, 37, 38? You guys went to a restaurant? Like, yeah, no.
It was 36, yeah.
Yeah. No. But another period that stuck out to me when you called out the dates, there was a consistency in the 70s, I believe, where it was damn near a week where you were like, what? So walk us through that.
It was terrible. I
I love that you could laugh through it because I find nothing funny. I'm like,
and I try to do that a lot because I'm just a relaxed type of guy. I just like to and the thing is, I understand like when I after I hit day 72, it was Instagram's it just started showing me all my favorite mukbangers or whatever because I've never told anyone this. I
Jay,
used to
that's
want to
what.
be a mukbanger.
Yeah, well, that's what got you into the. Jay, I fear you might need to do 365 days of this.
God.
I don't. What did you say you're on? You're on day 87.
87.
So this means, like last 2 weeks ago, you were just thinking about being a mukbanger all over again.
Yeah.
This is not working out. So instead of 180, I think you need like a 360 right now.
Yeah, because if my calculations do me correctly, you got 93 more days to go.
Yeah.
Oh
But
my.
but it's reality. It's reality. It's what like really crosses your mind. Like I try
Yeah.
not to lie to people. Like I try my best to be as honest as possible,
Yeah.
And honestly that's what I was feeling. I was like, man, why didn't I just start mukbanging, dude? I'd probably
Yeah,
be,
mukbang some
you
damn
know,
vitamins.
you know.
Case of water. Come here, everybody. Watch me and these. What is this? 50 ounces of water. Okay, here we go.
Wow.
Because you think about it, right? I'm like, I'm not focused on that money aspect, but I was like, because all of my guides and things that I have, of course, with my disclaimers, they are free. Like I haven't charged anything for that. Whenever the time comes, whatever. But that's not what I was focused on, and I was like, these guys make a ton of money. They're eating food and making a ton of money and doing this, and I'm like, you know what? I just need to just continue what I'm doing, and even though at the time I had like before, this was like I think even before day 70, around day 36 or day 35 ish, I had only had maybe like 100 followers, maybe less.
On your social media.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And where are you at now?
21,000. Yeah.
Wow, look, you cracked the code.
Yeah.
I'm starting a water fast tomorrow.
I honestly, when I started the page, I didn't even start Instagram until day 19. I didn't expect anything from it. I started my day one on TikTok, and That just started blowing up recently as well. I went from about 200 followers maybe like 4 weeks ago to about 4,000 something, almost
Wow.
5,000 something now.
Yeah, I was
So
trying to get my viewers up over there too. I was thinking about running naked through the park, and
Chad, you would lose followers. This is not.
I need my numbers up, man. I need my numbers up, man.
yeah.
So Jay,
Mhm.
how do you stay disciplined? Aside from you, definitely thinking about your health and
course.
being around for your family, what are some of the daily routines that your process to keep you in line for that 24-hour period and continue?
So I honestly, my mornings, I have to get up early. So I mean, I do
How early, Jay? How early?
about 5:15.
Do one more hour and then we could talk, okay?
So yeah.
By the time you're waking up, I'm doing a show.
Yeah,
So you get up. So you
I
start
have
your
to sleep
day.
long. I have to sleep longer than most people though. I have to sleep a bit longer.
Okay.
Because if I don't sleep as long, I get fatigued very easily.
Sure.
Even if I take my vitamins, if I don't get to sleep by at least like 9:30, 9:45 ish, even though that is later.
Jesus, that sounds like a luxury. You know what? I don't know if I want to hear the rest of this.
If I notice that if I go to sleep around 10:30, I'm almost sluggish in the morning. It's like I'm
Yeah.
dragging, I'm walking like slow. I'm not able to do my workouts like that. But if I go to sleep around 9:30, if I can, which my girl is very gracious to me, and I can get the kids to sleep in an hour or less. If they're super hyper, I get them let sleep in like 15 minutes.
Nice.
But if she's like, hey, you need to go to sleep. I know how you can be in the morning time. But I'll wake up, I'll get the kids dressed before, I'll wipe them, wash them up real quick, get them dressed and lay them back down or whatever. And they'll fall back asleep. And then, if she drops them off at school or, and things like that. But usually in the morning, I have to take like a nice cold shower. I feel like the cold really gets my body moving. So I hop in a cold shower. Once I get out, get dressed and everything. And then I try to at least do a little bit of exercising. So I'll take a walk. I've posted this on my page. Like I'll take a walk in the morning, do some prayers and things like that, say some affirmations, positivity to myself to make sure that I'm staying on a positive path, because social media can become very negative and people can be very negative. They say, oh, you're a liar, you're this, you're that. And I'm like, okay, that's perfectly fine. If you believe that you're going to believe that, I can't convince you otherwise. I post what I post, and whether you watch it or you don't, most people that comment don't even watch the post. They just comment, So
That's interesting.
So I tend to, get people sending me crazy DMs and trying to give me knowledge on things I already know a lot about. I just don't know anything. So I'm like, it's cool. I try to respond to as many people as possible, because I notice a lot of like huge, big influencers sometimes, not anybody specifically to name, but sometimes they don't interact with people, and it makes them feel like they're not normal,
Yeah.
and I
That's how
I wanna
Tasha
break
is.
that.
That's how
Yeah.
Tasha is.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't want to, like, everybody's beneath her. Like, she doesn't want to. I know, like, Tosh, you got to talk to the people. The people love you. You have to love the people back, Tasha.
I already know in this short time that Jay has interacted with me, he already know you a liar. I already know.
Nah, she does good. She does good.
I just don't really respond to DMs. I take
I
48,
respond
48 business days.
I respond to all my DMs at least once or twice if I can.
That's good.
Because a lot of people message me and they're like, dude, like, I don't know how you they're shocked that I responded to them. And I'm like, if I can respond, I will. I get thousands of DMs. I have thousands of DMs, and I've literally taken out like 6 or 7 hours to respond to everybody, because I care. And
good.
if people want to better their lives and they're like, hey, I want to do this, I'll help. I'm not a medical professional, obviously. I'm not. I'm just going based off of my personal experience that I've had during this fast. Not very many people do extended fast in this time length. So
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, this is based off of what I've read, I've experienced, things that I've really looked into. Not just Chat GPT and Google. These are things I've actually went into libraries and sat down for hours and read.
Right.
So a lot of people tend to, reach out to me, and I'm like, hey, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional. The most I can call myself is somewhat of a coach, and I'm still in that learning period. So
Well, this is you said you wanted to be a coach, a trainer.
Uh-huh.
Is that something that you want to pursue even more now?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's something that I'm really looking into. Like, yeah, I think I still would want to
On the
be.
nutritional side,
Yeah,
or
yeah. So
Okay.
the nutritional side and the fitness side. So I, when I was when I was learning and training with an actual professional, he was like teaching me how to like help people stretch and get out, if they had sports injuries. So he was helping me, showing me how to help people fix sports injuries, and he was telling me some things that people can take, when it came to your health and everything like that. So
Got it.
those were things I was working on him with. So yeah, something, maybe the nutritional side more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That'll
what
be-
I'm
I mean, you have
liking,
you have the temperament for it, so I think you'll be great in either side. Unlike my son, who's a sports trainer, and he's so aggressive with all of his clients. I'm like, son, they're never coming back. I'm like, you can't talk to people like this. Like, be nice while you're whipping their asses and making them run up hills, 1,000 times, and their thighs are bleeding, and it's just be nicer. So I do have one question for you. So,
For sure.
we got a nice audience watching, and I'm sure some people are like, yo, this sounds dangerous, or this sounds like it's
Yeah.
too extreme. Like,
Yeah.
what would you say to them or anyone who says, yo, this is not good for you, or this is crazy?
Mhm.
What would you say?
It just depends on the type of person and the body that you have, right? So sitting at 388 pounds like I was, my body, well, I'll go into this first. I spoke with my doctor. Okay.
Mhm. Okay.
When I first spoke with my doctor, he did not agree with my fast. When I gave him what my goal was,
Mhm.
he he hadn't experienced a lot of people fasting over 7 days. So for him, he was like, "Oh, that might not be a good idea." Like,
Right.
So once I really got into fasting and he saw my results, he saw how drastically my blood pressure was, like how good it was compared to previously how it was before. He was like, your blood pressure is not very good. Like we want to put you on blood pressure medicine, basically. He was what he was saying in the beginning. To where he's like, your blood pressure is excellent. Like, and he saw, my weight change, the inches, how I'm functioning. He checked, I do blood work. So he's like, okay. He's like, okay, maybe there's something there,
Right.
He, of course, as a medical professional, where he works, he's not gonna 100% agree with the full length. But as far as he hasn't been against me since. So, and I get checked every 2 weeks, just to make sure that I'm good to keep going. And I do, consult him about his recommendations for what I should do.
Knowing what you know now,
Mhm.
would you have? I mean, obviously you had to at that point, but
course.
if you could have known about your appendix issue and fasting and the benefits from fasting, do you think you would have opted for the surgery? Like let's say you found out about the appendix before it was at its critical state. Like they just said, hey, you might have appendicitis or something of that effect. Would you have taken a different approach?
So I'll kind of reverse the question like this, right? So with the appendix issue, it wasn't necessarily going to happen at first, but when I was dating the girl I was dating, my diet was I mostly ate lean meats like chicken, turkey, stuff like that. She was a real big pork, beef, red meat. I hadn't eaten red meat or anything my entire life. But when I got with her, I started eating those things and the surgeon at the time told me that was the reason why my appendix got clogged. He said my body wasn't used to what I had started consuming at that. I had never consumed it in my life.
Wow.
You never consume red meat or pork?
Red meat, pork, any of it. I had never eaten it. My
Wait, so
mom,
how did you feel when you did like the first time you had it? Where you're like, oh, this is different.
I was like, yeah, it was, I'm not gonna lie, I was messing it up. I thought it was good. I'm like, dude, this is what steak. Why has my mom been holding steak away from me? You know, but
And I
but
know your
my-
mom was like, I raised you different. Got this.
She was-
heifer in
she
your
was-
life."
This
was
woman
very-
done came along and done turned him out.
Right?
Got him all kind of eating all kind of meat out here.
she was, and she
You trying
and
to kill
she
my
took me
son,
to-
ho?
And she took me to like Ruth Chris and Steak 48
Oh,
and different like steak places. So it was like higher quality steak. So the steak was really good. And at the time, she didn't really fully explain to me that we had certain sensitivities. Like my family, we just have sensitivities to like red meat in general, not necessarily Lyme disease, but in our bodies don't process like red meat well.
Right.
So it's not, I'm not the only person who's had an appendix issue because of red meat.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that. So
I mean, in your family, you weren't the
yes,
only
in my
person.
family.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So you didn't
Yeah.
have that history. You weren't
Exactly.
given. You
exactly.
weren't privy to that. Okay.
Yeah,
So it's
exactly.
literally like a bloodline thing.
Yeah, exactly. So I didn't realize it. And then later on, you know, after that, I was like, yeah, no more red meat for me, you know?
Right.
So yeah, that, and so I feel like if I knew that prior to, I
Okay.
probably wouldn't have experienced, but I'm actually really grateful that I did experience it, because if I didn't experience those losses and the things that I did go through, I wouldn't be here where I am now. So,
Right.
and I feel like my body has felt the best it's ever felt in my entire life. Going from 388 to 268 now is, I never
From
thought I'd be-
January 3rd to April 1st.
yes,
So wait,
Nice.
you're at what weight right now? You're at what?
268 right now.
So you went from 388 to 268 right now.
Yeah.
Since January. So I know that when, you know, I call my group that we do this with Health Warriors, when we set out on our journey, a lot of people lost anywhere from like 7 to 10 pounds within the first week.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it kind of trickled down to maybe a pound a day after that. And then we did go into a more alkaline based diet around day 11 or 12, and we did that for another, you know, 2.5 months pretty much. And in those, I guess in that 90-day window, most people saw somewhere between 25 to 35 pounds.
35 pounds. Yep.
Yeah, of weight loss. And feeling much better off of their cholesterol medicine and blood pressure medicine and things like that. Which leads me to this question: is how is your cholesterol levels and those sorts of things now? Because I've actually never spoken to anybody who's gone as long as you've. I've heard and read about it, but I'd have to be honest, I've never ever spoken to anyone that has actually done this. So what are those levels like in your life now?
I haven't really looked at the numbers because I have to get it. I'm getting checked up sometime the end of this week.
Okay.
But my last checkup, my doctor was saying my cholesterol was great. I'm not really like the numbers. I'm like not 100%. But he told me, he explained it out to me, the chart when he did, and he said my cholesterol is the best that he's seen it since I've been seeing
your
him in
body is
general.
producing the right
Yeah.
levels, and that's the
Exactly.
thing, man. That's
And,
crazy.
also my testosterone level actually used to be very low before.
I was about to ask you. I was about to ask you about that. Because that's one of the things that I noticed when I did my
man.
fast.
Oh man.
That yeah, and it was one of the other things that people in my Health Warriors actually realized as well. Sex drive was stronger and longer, and it was
So
Yeah.
so I guess what I've experienced is that beforehand when I got checked, they said I had like some level of plaque that was preventing my blood flow from being 100% the way it was. It didn't necessarily stop me, but it did make it. I'm trying to put this so it's not too vulgar because I
No,
use a
make
lot
it. Say
okay,
it.
so it wouldn't make my erections last as long as I would have liked them to.
Pound Town was a little different.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
or as hard as I would have liked to be.
Mm.
But once I started fasting, my testosterone level increased by, he said, by 57%. So it's like it's through the roof, and then and it also
I
increased
think
the
I need to
sperm
remind
production as
you.
well.
Increase the sperm. You have a 6-month-old, so relax. Is she pregnant right now?
No. I mean, I hope not.
Possibly. Is she nursing? Is she a nursing mom?
That's a complicated situation. So she
Okay.
is, but she's
No.
able to get pregnant though right now.
Yes, so that's why I asked. So
Yep.
well, Jay will be coming back on the show in a month and saying, Natasha, remember when? Well, she's actually 6 weeks pregnant. Congratulations in advance. You'll be bringing in a new baby by December. What month are we in? April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. All right.
No.
January of 2027. Hey, imagine this. Just imagine this. You started your fast January 3rd of 2026. Can you imagine January 27 to January of 2027, you next year say, this is my journey. I started in 26 and now look at me and you have this extra baby.
Oh my God. It's not right now.
It's gonna be a girl and you're gonna name her Journey. Okay, that's what's gonna happen.
That's not a bad idea.
There it is.
You heard it here first.
Yes. The prophets have spoken.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
With all of this weight loss, especially within the last 87 days, there's a lot of weight to have dropped from 388 to 268.
Mhm.
The loose skin, are you experiencing a lot of loose skin? And what, if you are, do you plan to do the surgery to tighten it up? I can only imagine you do have loose skin. It's just about the amount and your comfort, or no?
Nope. I don't have any.
No loose skin.
No loose skin. I think he's seen my videos, my shirt. I take my shirt off on my weigh-ins. I have no loose skin. The crazy part is that as my skin is shrinking, I feel like I have to wear like kind of somewhat of it's kind of like a compression because it itches because of how like the skin is tightening. So I have to wear it, and it keeps it from itching. I have to like put like butter and stuff.
Chad, you nodding your head like you're 110 pounds soaking wet.
What I'm going to tell you is that when you lose weight properly, the skin responds properly.
Yeah.
And a lot of people that you're witnessing with these drastic weight losses are doing things that are not natural. So your skin is not responding. It almost has to happen simultaneously together. Yeah. And that's one of the things that a lot of people don't recognize. And
I had to switch my doctors as well. Because the previous doctor was trying to force me into bariatric surgery. He wanted to do something called a Dewey Dental switch, was where they switch around how your food goes from your colon to your stomach. Yeah. And he was like really pushing it. He was like, dude, you need to do it. You need to do it. You need to do it. And I'm like, dude, I don't want a bunch of loose skin because I don't want to do that type of surgery. And he was, really pushing it. So I literally was like, I'm never coming back to you again. Because I feel like you're forcing me to do something that I don't feel comfortable with.
He's not listening to you for y'all to work together.
Yeah. And he would schedule the next appointment like, oh, we're going to do a consultation. I said, dude, I don't want a consultation. He's like, we're going to do one. And then you just come back next week. I'm like, all right, I'm not coming back ever.
Like, sure, I'll be there.
And he was really pushing it. He was like, dude, you need to do it. We're gonna get this done, and I'll get you to speak with the nutritionalist and this to how you can only drink protein shakes for this amount of time. And I'm like, dude, I don't want to do it. And so I just, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna fast. I'm just gonna fast. And that's how I end up going with my second doctor. He's more of a holistic, he's more into the holistic side of he's been a doctor for a long time,
Right.
46 years. So he's pretty experienced, but he said he's never seen a fast so long. And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna he said
he
"Dude, I'm
about
gonna
to
tell
do
my
it.
patients." He's gonna tell some patients.
He's about to do it. He just ain't telling you right now.
Yeah. And so
That's awesome.
and I guess he was like, I've lost weight quicker than some people he's usually seen lose weight from different fasts and stuff. Even in my first like 7 days, I lost a ton of weight.
Right. Yeah.
So I tell him, and I told him I work out and I just make sure I take extra salt. Like I take salt with me. So if I get like a little fatigue when I'm working out, I'll take another 1/4 tablespoon, take it straight to the tongue, and then just keep running. I'll run up another hill, or I'll just do some weights or something. I'm always on the move, always walking, always moving my legs and body and stuff. So
are you concerned at all about too much stress on the body and creating lactic acid buildup or anything of that nature during that process? Or is that not really
No, so I don't overdo it. That's the thing. I'm always active, because if you sit, then you start thinking about eating.
Yeah.
And you start thinking about like you're overthinking it. You sit there, you're like, man, I'm hungry. You start watching mukbang videos like I used to do in the beginning. I used to watch a bunch of mukbang videos because for some reason that your brain is getting that dopamine from you watching the people eat food, even though you're not eating, you're vicariously living through everybody else mukbanging. And so that was my big thing. I used to watch mukbang videos every day the first 20 days of my fasting. Every day. Like
it's like being addicted to porno or something.
it was no, seriously, it's an addiction. Seriously. I was like at work watching him. I'm like, oh, he's eating noodles. Like, that's cool. I'm like, I'm like, dude, really? Like,
wow.
Like, yeah.
Wow.
And so and I was like, it was like, it's really this is really the deep part, right? So it really shows you your relationship with food. It's like a girlfriend that you miss, and you guys broke up and you didn't really, close off that communication or like really,
there's no closure.
There's no closure there. So you're just thinking about her all the time, and
you're watching
videos,
her Instagrams.
You see on Instagram.
You're on her Instagram watching her
off that secret page.
Exactly. You're that burner.
Exactly. And it felt like I was in such a deep relationship. It was like emotional, like, because this isn't my first fast. This is my first documented fast. And this is the longest fast I've ever done. My first fast that I ever did was like 49 days, almost 50 days. And I wasn't taking anything. I didn't take any vitamins or minerals. I was feeling terrible the whole time. And it made me not want to fast again. And then I started doing other small fasts. And then I eventually got to this one. But when I first ate for the first time back then, I like literally was tearing up eating soup because it was like, man, I missed eating so much. My taste buds, my inside, everything. I felt like, man, this is something that I didn't even realize that I missed so much, so
right.
It really kind of put in perspective, like, dude, I'm in love with food. I just need to make sure that I just enjoy food, and I make sure I'm putting proper nutrition into my body, and not just eating because I'm addicted to the grease or the sugar or the processed elements of it.
I would have to say this to you. If I had not done fasting myself and knew some of the things that your body goes through and the things that you think about, I don't know that I would actually would really understand or believe anything that you're saying right now. But I'm telling you that the fact that I know for certain you have done this thing, man. This is, I'm proud of you. I hope our viewers are proud of you. I hope, everyone continues to support you and encourage you. And I also hope that as you get closer to the end, if not at the end, that you come back and you share the final story to us.
Absolutely.
I would love to be a part of it. And again, I'm going to keep, sharing your lives and your videos and whatever you got going on, and, because I want people to see this and know that you can do it, because I'm an advocate of it. I fight with Tasha all the time about doing it, and why we do it, and autophagy, the importance of autophagy, and those sorts of things. Which is
I
really
fast, but 7 days is it?
Yeah, she's made it 3 days. She made it 3 days, and
No,
she was sipping coffee already. She was.
No, I do 7-day fast, but I also I do it a lot.
You do realize that on the show you broke your fast drinking coffee one day, right?
You could do so fasting. There's different levels of fasting. You can do a
black
black
coffee. Yeah, you can do black coffee.
You can do black coffee.
I get it. But when we're going for autophagy and we want to purify and regenerate our cells, caffeine is not necessarily the best thing for us. It's not,
but not everybody.
It does. You still can go into autophagy even with black coffee. Yes. It really, honestly, it kind of depends on the type of coffee. If it's more of a processed coffee, you want to go for more of a more natural blend, or like a natural, more of a natural type of coffee. If you do, just personally, and I did want to say one more thing. My mom is my biggest inspiration for fasting. She is the reason why I even started fasting. My mom is an amazing woman. She lost over 100 pounds fasting, intermittent fasting and doing different things. She does a 4-3 fast. That's what I'm going to do after. She does it like on a weekly basis. So she does Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. She fasts. She breaks Friday. She eats Saturday, and then Sunday, and then she fasts all over again. And then she's constantly keeping her body going. Her doctor told her she had amazing, like her blood pressure was amazing, a lot of different things that her life was like, her cholesterol for her age specifically. They were like, hey, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm not going to say anything. Right. So I like to put that out there. My mom is one of my biggest inspirations.
So we know that she's not eating any meat, but what other dietary restrictions does she put on herself? Or what's her eating lifestyle like? Because I would prefer to, call it that. Then
so she doesn't eat meat in general. So she doesn't eat meat. She is pescatarian, so she doesn't eat like fish. From time to time, and shrimp and different things like that. She's mostly vegetarian. My girl, she's vegan. My girl is vegan. But my mom also eats a vegan lifestyle from time to time. So she has a bit of a mixed bag when it comes to eating, but she doesn't eat meat. She does mostly like pescatarian diet. She does vegetarian and then also vegan.
What about sugar? Sugar and carbs, are those a part of her diet?
She tries to stay away from it. My mom's not a real big sugar person. She's never really liked sugar growing up. She didn't like cake or ice cream or anything like that, but she will have certain sweet things from time to time, but it's not her thing really.
Okay. So this is my last question, Tosh, and then you can do that. And I think we could wrap up because I feel like we've gotten a lot out of this interview. I feel fulfilled from it. Do you think, and I mean, probably would know today if you stopped today, but let's just say day 180, do you think that some of your sensitivities to carbs or fruit will reverse potentially, and you'll be able to eat fruit?
That's something I thought about, but I guess it just really kind of depends, right? So my body is sensitive to a lot of things, and I'm still going down the lineage of my family to figure out what issues that may not just be from me, but also in my DNA. I just want to make sure that it's not something that's always been. It could be something that I've inherited from someone. So I'm not really sure exactly 100% where it came from, but I know for sure that I self-diagnosed first, and then I went to the doctor and he agreed, because I noticed the symptoms. I read up on them, and my body reacted the same way as though I ate sugar, like regular processed sugar. My body, I was sluggish, I was tired, foggy brain, I wasn't feeling very good. So I think that with that being said, I think it's just something that might be hereditary. I'm gonna kind of stay away from fruit. I might eat it here and there, but I think that's just something that I'm not really gonna be very heavy into. I feel like it makes me, unmotivated.
Right. I'm curious because I feel like you doing this for 180 days.
Mhm.
I mean, you're pretty much done a full cycle of cells in your body at
Yeah.
this point,
Mhm.
based on that number. Um, and I would only want, I mean, I guess it's something inside of me that wants to believe, right, that
Mhm.
this level of autophagy that has happened to your body has like just replenished every single aspect of your body. You know what I mean? Like even your wounds inside and your scars on your inner, everything is like rejuvenated, and you're like a brand new person right now. And
My eczema is pretty much went away.
yeah, no, I would assume that.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would
Yeah. I used
assume
to
that.
have eczema all over my forehead. I had very dark, like a very, very dark spot here. And well, the lighting, you can't really see as much, but I used to have a very dark spot around my forehead. I had dark spots on my arm that are no longer there. On my hands, they are not there anymore. And on my my legs and the ends of my ankles, it's all gone. So I don't have
Okay,
that anymore.
I do have two more questions. I'm
Sure.
sorry. Do you still use deodorant?
Uh, I use it just because, but I use a different kind now. And then I didn't use it for like a week to see, and yeah, I was good. I didn't get musty or anything like
You were-
that.
right.
I was like smelling myself all day. I
Right.
was just like super conscious. So yeah, no, I didn't use deodorant for like a week. I can not use it, but I use it just for like smell.
Right.
Yeah.
For the scent of it.
Yeah, for the scent of
Okay.
it. I don't use it. I don't have to. No.
Now, obviously, toothpaste, to me is, this man-made concept that you need to,
Mhm.
for me personally, that you need to do. When again, obviously, if you're eating a regular Americanized diet, then yeah, you have tons of sugar and carbs. You're gonna need it. But do you feel a difference in your teeth on a daily basis, and odor of your breath and those sorts of things? Has that changed to you?
So after about
Maybe I should
day,
ask your girl. Maybe that's what we really need.
well, trust me, I ask her all the time. I'm
Right,
very
right.
I'm very conscious, like body conscious.
Got
So for my teeth, I do use toothpaste. I use fluoride free. I don't use fluoride toothpaste. I never
Okay.
have. Never will. So I use fluoride free toothpaste. I don't have to use as much. My teeth are much wider than they used to be, especially since I'm not eating. I also use this. It's like a dirt compound toothpaste. So
Okay.
I know it sounds weird. It has dirt in it
Mhm.
to get that bacteria, the bacteria in your mouth, and when you clean it helps with your enamel. Anyway, I use that. My breath used to really smell for a while. It doesn't smell anymore. After about day 60 something, I can't remember exactly what day, but I stopped having that. So my breath doesn't smell. I don't have that metallic taste anymore. I think
Right.
it's because I've been fasting for so long. But I no longer have that taste, that metallic-y taste. Like it almost tastes like the if if you taste like if you've ever
Spoon. I know you.
yeah, that spoon
Oh
blood type
God,
taste.
hate
Yeah,
it.
so
Yeah.
I don't have that taste in my mouth anymore, and my breath doesn't smell anymore. It used to smell so bad.
Right.
And
Wow.
so I used to have to I had to get this peppermint concentrate. It's so strong. It's Dr. Tishner's. It's
Okay.
a peppermint concentrate. And I have to take it not even with water. I used to have to take it straight and then gargle it. And it was so bad it actually would make my mouth smell like I drank alcohol. So I was like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't use this as much.
Right.
So, but
Right.
yeah, the taste is gone and the smell is gone.
Okay.
So.
I gotta ask this one last thing.
Mhm.
Number 2. Is it the same? Has it changed texture, color? Have you noted? Did you witness the day when all the mucus came out of your body from it? Like, because
I get this question so much.
because when I did it, I seen it. I witnessed it come out, and I witnessed it go from what it was to what it became, which was like baby poop, like pasty, no odor,
Uh-huh.
nothing. Like it was amazing to me. Like I was amazed by it, to be honest with you. So I'm curious.
I I had diarrhea so bad the first like after my first week,
Mm.
I wouldn't even know. It was really bad. I had diarrhea for like almost a week. I had to like hydrate so much because I had to hydrate so much where I had to in the beginning I end up taking like this it was like a liquid IV, not the sugar one. It was the zero sugar one,
Mhm.
the whatever, because that's how much I was like the diarrhea was so bad. So I had to take that for a little bit because I could not keep myself hydrated at all, no matter what I was taking. So once that was over with, of course I don't like the taste of it. So I was like, yeah, I just kind of gave that to my girl saying she could use it after that. And then my poops now, I poop probably once every like 7 or 6 days. And it's been solid. I mean, it's been solid
Right.
because of what I take is it's just because I still have, my stomach is still clearing itself out and I take vitamins and minerals and salt every day. So I don't know if that helps it, but it's a regular color. It's brown as usual. And
Okay.
a lot of people ask me that. They're like, "Hey, do you poop?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I pooped yesterday."
Right. But once every 6 or 7 days.
Yeah, about every
Right.
6 or 7 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, about
That
that
was
time.
that's one of the things when we did our fast, the Health Warriors and myself were like, all right, it's been like, they would get nervous because it's like day 4, day 5, and nothing's come out. And I'm like, be patient. Your body is kind of like figuring it out right now.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
around most people around day 7 to 9 were extremely nervous, but when they had that breakthrough moment, it was like, the life changing at that moment because you just seen all of the waste just, come
Yeah.
and they felt so much better after that. And then it was like, it was a breeze after.
I think that might have been the time when that happened because like I said, I had diarrhea pretty bad to where I was like I couldn't stay hydrated. Like my lips were chapped, my tongue was turning that white color.
Yep.
My tongue is like it's a regular color now. My tongue it hasn't been white because I take so much salt.
Don't
So
do that again. Tasha is single. Tasha's single, and I don't want to break up this interview is not meant to break up your home, okay?
yeah.
Look at her. She can't even stop looking at her. She's like, look at her. Yeah. I see you, Tosh. Stop, Tosh. Stop. Okay. All right.
They're a mess.
Man, Jay, you the man, yo.
I appreciate it.
No,
This has been great. Very, very informative. I definitely am proud of your consistency because, just listening to the many days that you wanted to stop, you could have stopped. You reached different portions of accomplishments in the last 87 days as far as weight loss and clarity. And so for you to keep going is definitely admirable. You essentially know what you want to do and what you want your body to do. So kudos to you for sure. Absolutely. And you have a great support system. So I think that's what makes this all the better is that you have a strong, between your mom and your partner, a very strong foundation that you can turn to really just hold you up in all aspects of that. So I would love to see what your first meal is going to be at the other side of this. I really do.
I have it in mind already. I am the first extended faster to actually fast on vacation. So we went to Boca for a little bit. When we were there, I actually was writing a list of
All
certain
the
meals.
things,
All the things that when I was on the beach, I was just writing things that I was like, you know what? I want this to be, of course, after I do my broth and my break and everything like that.
Mhm.
But of course, it's not going to be like anything crazy. But I have an idea and I can't wait to, show everybody what I do.
Well, we want to hear about it when you do it, and I'm looking forward to you getting to the end, and like I said, we'll be following you along this journey, and that's it, man. I'm proud of you. Definitely.
I appreciate you guys having me. Honestly,
man. This
100%.
has been amazing. This has been amazing. Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to say to the people before you get out of here? Your family, or anybody you want to shout out or?
I honestly I want to shout out my my sisters. I want to shout out. I got a twin brother. I shout out to my twin brother and my oldest brother Chris, and my twin brother Jeremy. My twin sisters Christine and Christiana.
Wait,
And
they're twins, and you have a twin. Oh wow!
yeah, I'm a
That's pretty
twin,
cool.
and then I have twin sisters. Twin sisters Christine and Christiana. My middle sister Melissa. My oldest brother Chris, and then my girl.
That's so
Yeah,
sweet.
she don't like to be in that.
She don't wanna be the- don't wanna be in the
told me,
light.
she said, don't put my name. I was like, all right, baby, I got you. You know,
I love
and
that.
then and then my son Asa, and happy birthday, son. And then my son Azai, and then my daughter Jahani.
Aw,
Awesome.
this is beautiful. Shout out to your whole family.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. We appreciate you being a part of the Wake Up with Tosh and Chad. And like I said, we looking forward to seeing you again soon. So
I appreciate you having me.
until next time.
The Wake
Love and
Up
light.
with Tosh and Chad.
Later.
Good morning.